Ghost kitchens have become a major part of the food scene here in the Bay Area. The idea is several restaurants under the same roof preparing food specifically for deliveries. And as you can imagine, the trend exploded during the pandemic. But in one San Francisco neighborhood, a business owner who's been around for a while says a nearby ghost kitchen has caused a traffic nightmare. And he told our Max Darrow it's hurting his business.
A longtime small business owner tells me the parking and traffic problems that have come to the neighborhood as a result of the ghost kitchen's location have been going on for several years. You can see behind me, he's put up barricades in front of his driveway in the hopes that it'll get people to not block his driveway. He'd like the situation to change, doesn't have a lot of confidence that it will.
Stay, Pierre, stay. Pierre, here.
Within these walls is a school of obedience.
Good boy.
And teaching it to man's best friend is how Dan Parada makes a living.
You stay.
But step outside his business onto Charter Oak Avenue, and Parada points out examples left and right of people who don't obey parking and traffic rules.
All those cars are parked illegally.
And at times, the unspoken rules of basic common courtesy.
It never ends. There's my gate. There's my barricade that he's running over. Right, that's an everyday thing right there.
It's frustrating to him and his neighbors. His business is at the end of a cul-de-sac across the street from this ghost kitchen run by Cloud Kitchens. Inside are numerous takeout-only restaurants. That's why there are so many cars here. But they're not customers. Many of them are delivery drivers waiting for their orders. Spend a few minutes there and you'll see drivers idling in the road, boxing cars in, not obeying parking rules, close misses, and to Parada's ire, constantly blocking driveways like his.
It damages my business. It makes it very difficult for my clients who have every right to park in my spots, and they can't because it's always filled up. Time and time again, when I ask them nicely, please don't block my driveway, I usually get the F word, threats. I've had to call the police on multiple occasions. We've had fights, we've had employees hit, we've had cars hit.
We reached out to Cloud Kitchens to see if they'd talk, but didn't hear back.
Would you please come out and be part of the solution and not the problem? You make enough money, you can hire somebody to come out here and make sure that these cars are parked properly, that they're moving properly.
On top of that, Parada says it feels like the city turns a blind eye to the situation, despite what he says have been numerous attempts to get parking enforcement involved.
This is it every single day, and the city doesn't do anything about it.
Even though there are visible safety concerns.
Here's a fire hydrant. Well, how is the fire department going to come down, identify the fire hydrant, get a hose hooked up to it, and potentially put out a fire in this general neighborhood when they're blocked with the cars?
We reached out to the SFMTA, the agency in charge of parking enforcement, to see if they'd talk, but didn't hear back.
I feel let down, truthfully. Okay.
As the problem persists, Parada is pleading for solutions, for a new path forward.
Good heel.
Because he can't go in circles on Charter Oak Avenue forever.
All right, so Cloud Kitchens is owned by former Uber CEO Travis Kalanick. According to the company's website, it's got dozens of locations across the country. And California has by far the most, with 9 of them located in the Bay Area, including in the South Bay, Peninsula, and the East Bay.